Hi, I'm Tony, and welcome to my channel, Watch Time LA. Hello folks, today we're doing a really quick review on a watch that was given to me for review, and it is the Rousseau Flury. They have a website that, if you look at the website, it's kind of reminiscent of one you might have seen prior to 2000. It's very, looks like it was thrown up very quickly. Not a lot of flash, and I don't mean the flash program, but not a lot of detail here. It's just a basic HTML website. This particular watch they show here, and this is really important that you notice the $639 price. I never heard of Rousseau before. Apparently they're one of the mushroom brands that pop up and then disappear. Well, we assume they'll disappear, but anyway, they have a fairly extensive collection. If you look at their history, supposedly, although they say the brand was created in 2003, they talk about this gentleman here whom, if you look at Rousseau history, if you type that in on Google, a lot will come up. Nothing having to do with watches, by the way. Again, back to the price tag, we're here at $369, and there's the watch on eBay for $32. Reminiscent of the Invicta, where you roughly get a 90% discount. This is about a 95% discount. And let's look at the actual watch and see what we're getting for anywhere between $639 and $32. Be right back. Okay, so here's the actual Rousseau Flury. And as you can see, it is a black watch of some kind. I don't know what the actual black is. Here you have the 12 and the 6 and just applied markers for the rest. I'm not going to go into a detailed view of this. It does have a broken up outer chapter ring. You see everywhere there's an index, the chapter ring stops, which is, I guess, is kind of unusual, kind of cool. But let me tell you something about this watch. It feels cheap. It looks cheap. It is very rattly. The case back, everything about it is very hollow sounding, hollow feeling. The bracelet, I believe, is made out of some sort of tin, and it's plated, but it's so poorly plated. Now you see what looks like rainbow pattern in there. You may have heard the term brassing before. On a lot of these watches, after the, I've seen this on watches from Michael Kors for 250 bucks. And they brass after a while, where this comes off and you can see the plating process, how it was done underneath. But in this particular case, they pre-wear it for you. What I mean by that is they didn't even completely finish plating the bracelet. I mean, look at that. I've never seen anything like it. I would say this bracelet is worth about 50 cents. And let me tell you another reason why. When you go to close it, you heard that snap, but it doesn't hold. I mean, it's just a piece of junk. The whole thing is a piece of junk. It sounds, I'd be very surprised if this is any type of glass. I would say it's some sort of plastic. It sounds plasticky. 47 millimeter watch, 13 millimeters thick. It wears like a 100 millimeter watch. It looks ridiculous. It feels ridiculous. And I am going to pop it open just to show you what's inside there. Oh, by the way, I think this was worn just a couple of times, and you already see the coating peeling off. Oh, look, signed bracelet, signed crown. That's got to be worth 10 cents, right? By the way, it does keep time, and I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, so here's the back of the watch, and I kind of loosened it up already, but piece of tin. Well, it says stainless steel, but it's extremely weak. Here's the spacer. This is common in a lot of watches. And look at all the space in there. The movement is a Japanese quartz movement. So that's probably why it keeps time. But if you look all around this, you see how it looks like they epoxied, like they stuck the indices on, and then they epoxied them from the back. I've never seen anything like that. You see it all around here. Just everything just really crappy, tinny. I don't know what they claim as water resistance, but I will tell you that any type of water other than washing your hands would destroy this thing. There's no seal on the crown. There's a very, very thin rubber gasket. And when I say thin, I'm saying like 0.2 millimeters at the most on this case back. But there you go. The 2 minute warning, it should be, on the Rousseau watch and the Rousseau watch line. Once again, garbage at its finest. And I want to thank Oscar from ourreviewcrap.com. He bought a couple of these actually and sent me one to review. And I'll probably give this away to somebody. But in the meantime, I thought it was a good, quick review. And if nothing else, when you're looking for watches, it's always good to Google, not only Google things, but YouTube things. YouTube the model number, YouTube the name, and you might find more on YouTube these days than you do on Google. So if you like this review, please give me a thumbs up below. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And most of all, if you like my reviews and want me to keep doing them, it's important that you subscribe. That's what keeps me going. Thank you, and I'll catch you soon.